Let's go. Get to some front squats.
YouTube, what is up? We are back with day 103 in our quest to clean 405 pounds. And we're gonna start off today with some double broad jumps, see if we can hit 20 feet on those. Some barbell jumps on the jump mat for a little bit of a readiness test. Then we got 5 sets of 1 on the snatch, continuing to add load from the past couple of weeks. 3 sets of 1 on the cleans. I think we're building up to 340 pounds again this week. This is turning into a good little working set for us. Getting progressively less scared of that weight as we go forward. And then we finish up with some pause front squats and then a couple accessories. It should be pretty electric. Let's get after it. Let's go.
We're gonna start off with these barbell jumps on the jump mat here. I'm gonna chug a little rival pre-workout here. Try and smash our PR from last week, which I believe was a 23.2. We jumped to 23.1 in warm-ups. The hips are decently sore today. I don't know what from. Went to a concert this weekend, went to Tape B this weekend, so maybe it's from all the dancing, a lot of new movements. We had softball this weekend as well, where we crushed the ball with some of our hit tracks boys, and the swing is feeling good. Got to work on the posture a little bit, but the power in the swing is feeling phenomenal. So hopefully we get something big here. Let's rip. Ooh, 23.3. That's a good freaking start. Let's do one more here. See if we can push 24. There's some degen work right here. Ripping smelling salts with the back, barbell on the back. Woo! Oh yeah, we need some stronger smelling salts. So we need some of those Blaine smelling salts he's been showing in his YouTubes. Those look strong as fuck. Come on, 23.5 here, let's go. Ooh, 23.5, right on the nuts. God damn, we call our shots. Let's get to some double broads. Jump a 20 maybe today, let's go. All right, now we got these double broads. Yeah, not feeling explosive in the warm-ups. I was like hitting a trend where we were crushing these double broads and like well on the way to 20. And then kind of bruised my heel and my Achilles started to flare up. So I think we were on the right pathway. We were doing the right things. I kind of just tweaked that Achilles by adding in too much softball stuff. I also have added 10 pounds since we started this experiment. So, I mean, that's not great for jumping distance, but I don't want to say the experiment was a fail. Obviously, if you don't get the 20, it's technically a fail, but like these were feeling really, really good about 8 weeks in. And then we hit like especially when we went to that 10-pound med ball, we just hit a freaking wall. And it's when I bruised that heel and that Achilles really started to flare up. So I'm thinking it's something to do with that rather than the actual experiment here, but we're still gonna send it. Let's go. Ooh, right at 19 feet. God damn, dude, we gotta pick these up. Ooh, right at like 19.2-ish. That's a decent jump, not a bad one. Let's hit one more. That heel is not loving the landing on this ground. Gosh, dang it, dude. Ooh, 19.3. All right, one more. We'll smash our heel into the ground. See if we can get a big PR here. Let's go, one more. I think I can ride that wave just a little bit better. Oh, let's go. Come on, we're counting that. We are absolutely counting that. That is going here. 8, come on, what is that? Oh, 19.9, that's a new PR. We're gonna do one more. That's dangerously close to 20, folks. We're just starting to wake up. Come on, let's send one more like that. Woo, those are feeling better. Getting the rhythm of it a little bit more down. Feeling a little less stuck to the ground. 20 today would be huge. Oh, come on. Fuck. Let it float. Let it float. Don't rush. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Damn it. Right at that mark. We are at, let me just get this mark confirmed. We are at 19 foot 9 inches. We are 3 inches away from that 20-foot mark. We will get that. Let's go snatch. All right, now we got 5 sets of 1, building up to like 240 pounds. It's gonna be a freaking send today. But we're gonna start off with that panda pull into a muscle snatch for a couple warm-ups and then just keep adding weights and see how we're ripping today. Let's get it. Ooh. Ooh, sloppy. Ooh. 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 All right, last warm-up set here. Then we're gonna get to 240, 5 sets of it. Let's rip. Bar's moving decent. Bar's moving decent. Not amazing, but decent. Woo. First set of 5 here. I went with a little bit of a wider stance with these no-foot snatches. I've been feeling really connected to these no-foot snatches, so I've been kind of sticking with them. But I forgot on Friday when we were going heavy to go a little bit of a wider stance like Doja talked about, because you don't have that replace, and it's actually been feeling really, really nice. Like we're moving the bar nice, and I felt much more explosive on Friday. And there was probably more in the tank if we had done that. Just feels like the positioning's a little bit better. I can get in that squatted position a little bit better and use the legs a little bit more. So we're gonna keep ripping that. We got 240 here for 5 sets of 1. Let's rip. Ooh, there we go. Woo. Get a little bit more speed on that bar. Everything else is feeling nice. Been a little lazy with that pull. Don't just hump it. Get a good pull, get good speed on it, then get underneath it. Let's go. Second set. Ooh. There we go. A little in front, but that was better. The only thing about the wide stance is it feels like a little less adaptable. Like you're already as wide as you can go. I mean, you can obviously starfish a little bit more, but it feels like the hips are a little bit more stuck in place, which is like locking that bar path in place. But the drop underneath it feels just a little bit goofy. But I mean, the fact we're moving 240 like this on a day where we're not feeling amazing, that's a pretty good sign. Let's keep ripping. Set number 3 here. Ooh. Woo. Ooh. Oh. That one was heavy. Shit. One more. Final set here. Let's make it clean. Let's go. Ooh. Woo. All right. Get to some cleans. All right. Now we got to build up to 3 sets of cleans here. We got 1 set at 310, 1 set at 320, 1 set at 340. 340 coming to becoming a new working set weight, which is an aggressive weight every time I have to get pretty fired up to go get that. But I want to kind of rant about something today that was kind of inspired by one of my previous posts where I was talking about high protein snacks. For one of my athletes, I was looking for snacks throughout the day. And they commented, your athletes are probably better off just consuming more carbs as their snacks instead of high protein snacks if they have protein in their meals. And there's so many pieces that I kind of want to rant on here. First off, yes, carbs are important for athletes to consume, obviously, and they're going to help with recovery. But the cold, hard truth is if you ever work with an athlete, you know they are not under consuming carbs and over consuming protein. Like that's just not the reality that we live in. Most athletes come into training sessions consuming 2 bowls of cereal and then wondering why they feel like shit all day because that's the only thing they eat, they train, and then they fucking don't consume anything for the rest of the day. Like, the reality we live in is not athletes over-consuming protein. And I understand the pushback on protein because of all the carnivore diet and meatheads out there that are like just pushing protein, which is not a diet that I'm pushing for. But it kind of ties into the whole general thought process around diet and what so many people just talk about, which is like super small things in the diet. I hear people argue all the time about how fruits are good or bad, protein being good or bad, rice being good or bad. And it's like, Jesus Christ, guys, rice, fruit, healthy proteins is not the reason that people are fat in America. The reason people are fat in America is because we overconsume sugar, we overconsume fast food, we overconsume junk food. We eat Cheetos, we eat Doritos, we eat just a bunch of bullshit. Fruit is not the reason we're fat. Veggies are not the reason we're fat. Healthy homemade meals are not the reason we are fat. And it just drives me fucking insane when people start talking about all these small things and arguing about vegetables and arguing about fruit. Or in this comment, arguing how athletes need to consume more carbs. It's like, Jesus Christ, guys, live in actual reality, which is athletes just aren't cooking enough for themselves. Athletes aren't consuming healthy food at all. Everything they eat throughout the day is processed. Everything they eat throughout the day is fast food. And pushing for an athlete to consume more healthy protein or more healthy home-cooked meals is never going to be a negative. Pushing for an athlete to consume more fruits, pushing for an athlete to consume more vegetables, promise is not the reason that these athletes are unhealthy or the general population is unhealthy. It's on the same regard of saying a general population client is out of shape because they're not performing triphasic programming. It's like, no, guys, that is 17 steps removed from what is actually happening, which is they're not showing up to the gym at all. And we need to get them to the gym. We need to get them eating healthy food. We need to get them on a walk.
and we're attacking the wrong components. We are attacking healthy, positive things in their life, and we're overcomplicating healthy, positive things in their life because you guys read a study or you guys listened to a biohacker on TikTok talking about how vegetables might not be the best thing for a person to consume. And it's just not reality, right? The reason we are fat in America is because we overconsume junk food, and the more we can get people to stop consuming shit, the more we can get them to stop looking like shit and feeling like shit. And then if you're a 1% over a 1%er, you can focus on those hyper-specific things. But I promise athletes and people are not under-consuming carbs and over-consuming protein. I promise that's not the reason everybody's overweight and unhealthy. Just like in the same way, I just really do not, maybe there is a strength coach out there, but I don't know a strength coach out there that would argue the reason that the general population is out of shape is because they're not performing triphasic, right? They're unhealthy because they're not moving and they're not doing healthy things, and the same goes to diet, right? The reason they feel like shit is because they're consuming shit, and we need to fix that. We need to stop arguing about all the other bullshit, right? So that's just a little rant today. Let's get this set here. Let's go. Ooh. We got our first set here at 310. Knees just feel goofy when I start going heavier on the cleans without the knee sleeve. So I think we might officially be fully in our knee sleeve era when we start cleaning. They just feel, when I put the knee sleeves on, maybe it's just a confidence thing or a placebo thing, but it just feels like it keeps everything a little bit more together, like they're bouncing out a little bit less. So warm-ups felt a little sloppy on these cleans. We got to dial in a little bit. Let's get after it. Let's go. Ooh. Oh. That's heavy today, holy shit. Second set here, bar is not cooking the way that I'd like to cook it. I think I'm a little fatigued from those snatches, which were feeling better than I thought they were gonna feel, but we gotta man up and get these next two sets. Let's go. Oh! God fucking dang it, dude. 340 on the bar. Last set here, gonna have to wake up a little bit. Can't crash as much as we've been crashing on those last two. Feels like there's no pop, no power today, but the strength is there. Losing a little bit of power in everything we're doing. Need to lock in a little bit. Let's go. Woo! Ooh! Let's go. Get to some front squats. God damn. All right, now we got 2 sets of 2 microdosed in these squats. Front squat pause is at the bottom, 2-second pause. Then we explode back up, continue to build this up. Let's go. Oof. Ooh, let's go. Woo. And on that whole diet and why America's fat kind of rant, I also got asked a question this week in the Q&A, is macro counting overrated? Instead, should we just focus on a protein goal and feeling for training activities? And I think it needs to be kind of a checklist, and this is not just for athletes, this is for every single person when it comes to their food environment and food relationship, but you need to focus on the big rocks first. And the big rocks are your relationship and environment for food. Your food should taste good. You should have a purpose and reason for eating your food. You should eat your food with your family and people around you. You should not have distractions while you're eating your food. You should not be just consuming calories while scrolling on your phone. Like, I really do believe so many things in people's diets would be fixed if they just took a deep breath and realized why they were eating their food and took a little break when they ate it to appreciate that food. And I think so many times in our fast-paced society, we don't give ourselves a chance to do that. We have a bad environment with food, just haphazardly consuming it. We don't really taste it. And when those things aren't taken care of, you tend to overconsume junk calories and fast hits of dopamine when it comes to your food. I think you should get your dopamine other places other than your food. Then I think we need to focus on fixing your gut. And that comes from the quality of food that you're eating. And that's why I'm so passionate about everybody's talking about macros and micros and everything like that. But if you're just eating clean food, I am telling you, once you fix that gut-brain relationship and you clean up your gut a little bit, your cravings for shit food go so far down once you just retrain the guts to eat some of that healthy food. And I think so many people get it wrong. They're like, yeah, people are mentally weak for eating bad food. People are mentally weak for eating junk food. And it's like, if you've had a bad gut before, you know those cravings aren't even you anymore, dude. You're consuming those calories and you're consuming that shit food before you even realize you're doing it because your brain is just consumed by it. And softball season gets me with this sometimes when I start going to gas stations during softball tournaments and just consuming fast calories just because I'm hungry. And again, just trying to keep up with my calories. But then my body starts to crave the sugar and starts to crave the junk food. And I literally catch myself consuming it before even realizing that I'm consuming it and like buying it. And I'm like, what am I doing? What did I just consume? And it's like so automated. And that's with somebody that has a focus on food and a focus on performance. And I know all the studies behind it and I'm still doing it. Now imagine somebody that doesn't have all of that knowledge behind food and isn't paying as much attention to their bodies and how they feel when they consume that food. It's just an automated process. So you have to fix the gut second. Then I think you should focus on the macros and the quantity of the food that you consume. And I think once you fix that gut and you fix your relationship with food, that is so much easier to do than trying to start with that, which I think so many athletes and so many people in general do. And it's much easier to do this way than to do it backwards. Or if you try to do it backwards, you try to force yourself into that macro counting game, you try to force yourself into that calorie counting game, you really just spin yourself into a circle. You try to fight those cravings with your brain without realizing it's almost like an addiction to that dopamine, an addiction to that sugar. And I think if we just clean those things up first, and then we focus on the smaller, minute things, we'll have much better success with our diet and much better relationship with our food. When you have a good relationship with your food, diet is easy. Your body's gonna start craving the healthy food instead of craving the shit food. And you're gonna be able to give yourself some thought when you consume calories and thought when you consume food, rather than just having it be an automated process, right? So fix your relationship, fix your environment first, fix the quality of the food that you eat second, and then start focusing on the macros. And I bet you have a lot better success long-term with your diet, right? So let's get this last set, let's go. Oof. Ooh, let's go. All right, I'm gonna finish up spamming some back extensions and some Bulgarians. I will see you guys tomorrow for day 104 of the quest to clean 405. Appreciate you guys watching. Keep chopping wood.